In this video, I'm going to show you how to put together and assemble the Pro Series 4-burner gas grill from Members Mark, which is a Sam's Club brand. So this does come with a booklet of instructions, and they also have what they call the Build app, which will take you step by step with like moving diagrams and imagery, which depending on what you prefer is something you could take a look at when you're doing this as well. It's pretty easy. You just scan the QR code and you can access the app. Unboxing and unpacking is pretty straightforward. I'm going to just speed through this. It's a good practice is to take everything out in an organized way, make sure you can access all the components. It's recommended for a 2-person to lift the actual main unit, and if it's something you're uncomfortable with, I definitely recommend that as well, but I'm able to just quickly just manhandle it up on the table and finish unpacking everything else, laying it all out. Once everything's laid out and organized, then I'll start working on the assembly. Another thing I like to do while I'm unpacking is make sure I have all the parts before I actually get started on the build. That way it doesn't come up later, I don't get frustrated and have to stop. The first thing we need to do is put the wheels on the base, and it comes with this little tool here that puts 2 pins into the holes that will hold it from free spinning on the wheel while you tighten the wheel casters down. And just repeat this for all 4 wheel casters till they're all the way on and tight, and then we'll move on to the next step. And here's a visual of using the Built app, how it looks. So you can just push, you go into the next step, and it gives you your next set of directions. You can follow along with that Built app, or you can use the written directions. With the wheels installed, we flip over the base, and it'd be time to start attaching the sides. You can see here with the push of a button, it will show you what hardware you need for each step that you're on. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just show you the actual assembly. I'm not going to keep referencing the app or the specific hardware because it does show it step by step using this app. And I just want you guys to be able to see step by step how to actually assemble it and the process that goes into it. So to make this video as smooth and as short as possible, we're just going to go through those steps for the remainder of the video. Attaching both sides is as easy as lining up the holes, putting the screws in, and tightening them down. Next, we'll install the electronic ignition module to the base. When doing so, keep in mind you need to put this wire between the module and the side panel so it's grounded. Next, the back panel goes in. We connect it to the base and also to the 2 side panels. Insert the tank exclusion wire and line it up with the hole at the bottom and screw it in. Attach the upper door brace. Next, we attach the lid handle. Press on with firm pressure the control knobs. Now I tip it over on its side and install the grease tray rails. My daughter offered me an extra set of hands to put the main unit on top of the base, and now they are secured together with the bolts. Next, we install the tank heat shield. Now it's time to assemble the right shelf. We'll do that by using the main piece and attaching the right shelf side support, the shelf fascia, and the shelf brace. Once they're all together, that is the one side for the right side shelf assembly completed. And then we'll do the same thing with the side burner shelf assembly. Now to mount the shelves, I put the top screws in, and then you hang it down, tighten up the screws, put the remainder of the screws in, and snug it down. Do this for both shelves. Now it's time to install the side burner knob assembly. So on mine, the mounting bolts were already in the controller. So I took those out, and now I'm putting the knob bezel on. Once the knob bezel is on, then you can push through the control valve and mount the control valve with the screws that were pre-installed on it. And once those have been tightened down, all four should be tight or snug, then we'll put the control knob on top of that, and that part is done. Insert the side burner, secure it at the top with the screw, and then you'll secure the other end with the side burner valve clip. Lastly, make your wire connections and then put the grate in on the top, and that takes care of the side burner. Next, I'll insert the firebox baffles, and then the heat tents, then the cooking grates, and then the warming rack. The warming rack can be either in an upright for a higher position or reversed for a lower position, depending on what you want. Next, I'm going to attach the grease cup holder to the grease tray. Next, we'll connect all our wiring to the electronic ignition module. And then we'll insert a battery. Now let's assemble the doors by attaching the handles to them. To attach the doors to the barbecue, just line them up and pop them into place. Now it's time to install and connect our propane tank, and from there we can actually try this bad boy out. So first I'm going to light the side burner. No problems, lit right up. Now there's a technique involved with all these four main burners. The burner on the left and the burner on the far right will be lit with the igniter button I'm pushing and the controls. The two middle burners are actually lit using the flame that's existing from the left and the far right burner. And the way you light it is you push the knob in, you turn it until it ignites on its own, and then you hold it for anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds because it has a sensor that tells it that that flame's on and that it's not burnt out, so it won't actually shut off the gas. The reason it's set up this way is because of the thermostatic oven feature that this barbecue has. And so it has to have a way of regulating the temperature, and I believe that's why these two knobs in the middle are different than the two on the outsides. So I'm looking forward to trying this thing out, and spoiler alert, it's taken me a little while to get this video edited. I actually already have. I'll say in short that I'm really happy with this barbecue, but I will do an upcoming detailed review on it. In the meantime, I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to go online and purchase this barbecue for yourself. Now you see how to actually assemble it. There is some assembly required, but it's pretty straightforward. Just takes a little time. No big deal. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.